properly into November now. I can just hear the conversation about autumn is here, good and proper. So the season of death and rebirth, Scorpio season, the season of transformation and of casting a little backwards glance maybe to the lessons you have learned, but also casting a vision for the future and honouring the sense of energy stirring within and helping to move you to the next version of you. So transformation, rebirth is what we are working with through a beautiful blend of Hatha, Somatic, Kundalini work this morning. So I invite you to settle into your mat space. Begin to get curious about what your body needs and wants this morning. Yeah. Allow the stillness to arrive and be present to the rhythmic inhale, exhale as it flows through you. The rhythms and cycles of the universe playing out in your body vessel. Drawing in and letting out. And as you connect more deeply with that universal rhythm of expansion and contraction, inviting the sense of Svadhyaya, the Sanskrit word for self-inquiry, Svadhyaya. So maybe dropping the question lovingly to your heart this morning. How are you? How are you, my friend? And allowing the answer to arise, bearing witness. I'm going to share with you some beautiful words by Chris, the co-creator, that speak to this theme of rebirth. The same particles that played in the first sunrise are making eye contact through your pupils right now. If that doesn't turn you on to being alive, try again. You are made of dirt that dreamed of music. Your skin is an instrument the cosmos tuned by hand. Your heart is conducting an orchestra older than religion. You are literally proof that death can fall in love with life and become something that sings. Breathe like your lungs are lovers whispering poetry to the wind. Inhale the sky until you remember you're made of it. Exhale the lie that you're separate. Eat with your fingers like it's the first time the universe let you borrow a body. Like every bite is a love letter from the soil. Imagine chewing so slow the world stops spinning. Taste the centuries it took to make this moment. Taste the story that began long before you learned how to name it hunger. Feel it dissolve into your bloodstream like sunlight remembering its shape. Like it's been waiting lifetimes to kiss your cells. Drink water like you're swallowing moonlight. Let it drip down your throat until your cells start remembering that they too once sang to the sun before they learned to check emails. Move like you're translating the language of lightning. Let your hips remember the first dance fire ever did when it discovered air. Roll your shoulders like tides. Stretch like you're flirting with creation itself. Twist until your ego cracks open. Let the floor seduce your knees until all that's left is sweat that smells like worship. You want a sign from God? Babe, you're a self-healing galaxy wrapped in skin. What more do you need? Let's breathe that in. Honor the infinite cosmos within you. And when you feel ready, allow your body to move in shapes that help you feel alive this morning. Take your good time to stretch and explore. And then we'll explore a little together on our backs to begin. So if you're already lying down, take your feet as wide as your mat, and then let your knees drop in towards each other for constructive rest pose. Allow your hands to connect with your body wherever you are drawn to. Enjoy the warmth and connection. And let's take 3 deep breath cycles together. Deep breath in. Long, slow sigh out. Deep breath in. And sound out that exhale. Beautiful. Now take your awareness down to the very base of your spine, the back of your hips, the sacrum, and begin to explore what feels like drawing circles on the mat with your sacrum. So the movement might look really subtle. You might just feel your hips moving a little bit. You might feel your knees and legs moving a little. You might feel guided to just gently rub or stroke or massage wherever your hands are resting. Bring a little self-soothing to our morning practice. So keep visualizing the circles you are drawing on the mat with your sacrum. You can reverse the direction of movement anytime you want, and maybe play with some figures of 8 as well. Let's take another couple of slow, deep breaths. Grounding into our experience today. Beautiful. And then finally, you might like to walk the knees a little bit. So you're just gently pressing one knee and then the other down towards the bottom edge of your mat, keeping your feet anchored on the floor, on the mat. And when you feel ready to release that, find a moment of stillness, notice how you feel, and then give your knees a good hug in towards your chest. You might choose to lift the head. You might reach for the soles of your feet. Enjoy a couple of soft breaths here. And release with an exhale. Let's roll onto one side. Lovely. Come up to a comfortable seat. You might like to sit astride your bolster or pop a blanket or a cushion underneath you. Now, once you're there, just check in with the support that's underneath you. Let yourself feel it underneath your sitting bones. Maybe find a little wiggle in. And bring your hands to meet Anjali Mudra, elbows wide, thumbs nestling into the heart center. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. I'm going to chant the tuning in mantra. You are welcome to join with me in your mind or out loud, or simply to breathe these deep, slow breaths. It's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So let all the air out of your lungs. Take a deep breath in and we'll begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top for as long as you are comfortable to. Maybe engage Muladhara Bandha, lifting up the pelvic floor muscles. Release when you are ready. And on our next inhale, let's breathe the arms up to the sky. Now, as you exhale, draw a circle and lean as far forwards as you are comfortable. Hover there, palms facing the earth, drawing the shoulder blades together, feeling your heart space open up. And when you're ready, inhale to rise back up. Palms meet overhead, down to the heart center. Let's do that twice more. Inhale up. Big circle as you bow down towards the earth. Feel your wings, deep breaths. Get ready to rise. Inhaling up. Palms meet down to the heart. And one more time. Pause here. Rise up when you're ready. Hands return home to the heart. And then let them glide down to the legs, beginning your Sufi grinds. That's a rhythm that you feel good with this morning. Inhaling as you circle forwards, exhaling as you circle back. And gently stirring the energy for the day and the week ahead. You can circle around in the other direction when you are ready. Once or twice more. And then we'll drop into some gentle fluid spinal flexes. So let your hands rest on your knees, or if you're sitting cross-legged, on your thighs. And as you inhale, press your heart space forwards. Draw your elbows back. As you exhale, slide the hands down the legs, round the spine, chin to chest. And just tend to your spine, how it feels today. Make the movement as big or as gentle as you need. Inhaling as you open up the front body. Exhaling as you find space through the back. Okay, and when you're ready, come back to a comfortable seat. We're going to breathe into Vayu Mudra for a few breaths. So I invite you to take your pointer finger, index finger, and fold it down to the sort of fleshy pad at the base of your thumb, and leave the other 3 fingers extended. You can rest that on the backs of your legs, or if you feel a little more dynamic, you can take the arms out to the side. And we're just going to breathe between 5 and 7 breaths here. Now this mudra is a very calming, grounding mudra for any time you feel overwhelmed. Some of us have just got to the end of half term, busy activities. But anytime you need to bring the energy to a place of steady calm. Two or three more breaths. Release on an exhale. When you are ready, release the mudra with gratitude. Let your body move freely, maybe a little shake off, a little shrug before you come through to all fours. Take our time to get there. So feel your hands connecting with the mat, your knees, the tops of your feet, or curl your toes under. Now let's begin to explore our cat-cows. So inhale, allow your belly to drop. Tailbone lifts, heart space opens, and exhale, round your spine towards the sky. And that might be feeling good as it is, or you might want to bring a little somatic exploration in here. Maybe take your hands a little wider, let your elbows soften as you inhale, diving down a little. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, diving down. Exhale, rolling back. Just see how that feels. Take it or leave it. Easy does it. And from there, you might like to bring your awareness up to your shoulders and keep allowing the elbows to soften, maybe explore some shoulder circles. Or maybe what feels good for you today is moving the head and the neck. Gentle half circles or full circles. You'll most likely be feeling the hips moving in response. So amplify that as much as you wish. Swing them, sway them, circle them. When you're ready, come back to center. Let's take the knees wider than the hips. Bring the toes together. Walk the hands a little further down the mat. Let's inhale as we rock forwards as far as we want to go. Exhale as we melt back. Ride the rhythm of your breath. And on one of these exhales, come all the way back to child's pose. Take your knees as wide as it is comfortable to. If it's not comfortable, you can always keep them together. You can stretch your arms down the mat or come into ancestral worship variation. Take your hands wide and then soften your elbows, let your forehead come down. Breathe your heart space down towards the air. And feel the gentle rise and fall of your back body. Let's take one or two more nurturing breaths here. Rising back up onto your hands and knees when the moment feels right. Let's keep the knees wide for now. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. And as you inhale, float your left arm up to the sky. Now let's take a pause here and circle the wrist. One way and the other. Looking after the back of your neck. So if you feel you're crunching it at all, just gently lower the chin. Explore the wrist. Now we're going to move in a wave-like motion. So as you inhale, draw this left arm up towards the front edge of your mat like you're reaching, and then exhale, reach back. Maybe let the hips drop back towards the heels. So it's inhale forwards, exhale back. You can take that over or sweep it under or a little bit of both. Let yourself breathe and gently feel into what your body needs. Nice. Now when you're ready, reach that left arm up to the sky. And as we exhale, let's thread the needle. And you can either choose to pause here, breathing into the left shoulder, or if you prefer to flow this morning, inhale to open, exhale to thread. Whatever you are choosing, let's take a couple more breaths in and out. Rise back up onto our hands and knees. Take a couple more cat cows. And let's explore the right side. So breathe your right arm up to the sky. Circle like this. Take it one way or the other. And begin to explore those wave-like movements when you're ready. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, reaching and dropping back. Once or twice more, moving with the breath. And breathing the right arm up towards the sky. When you are ready, exhale, thread the needle. And either settle into that shape for a few breaths or continue to flow, inhaling to find space and exhaling to thread under. Lovely. Once or twice more. Let's breathe that right arm back up towards the sky. And then melt it back down to the earth. Now we can sit back on our heels or in a comfortable seat and interlace the fingers and give yourself a little wrist release during figures of 8. You might circle the wrists. And when you're ready, rise up onto your knees, reach your arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in, feel your tailbone lengthen down towards the earth. And exhale, bow down as low as you feel comfortable to. Hinging at the hips, softening at the elbows. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bow. Let your eyes soften or close as you come down. And on one of these exhales down, come back to your hands and knees. Curl your toes under. And let's prepare to move to downward facing dog in your own good time. Lifting the hips. Pedaling out the legs. Just breathing into the shape. Allowing your heels to gently anchor down towards the earth. And then let's start a nice, slow, steady walk up towards the hands. Come to forward fold. Let everything just relax and release there for a few breaths. Bend and soften your knees as much as you want to. Release any tension that you might be carrying through your head and neck. You might like to nod the head a little, shake the head a little. Check that you feel steady and anchored through your feet. And then bring your hands to opposite elbows. So we'll begin by finding a little sway from side to side. Gradually moving towards sundials. So when you feel ready, take your left elbow across towards your left knee and then breathe your way all the way up to standing. Enjoying that side body stretch as you move up and around the center and then exhaling back down. And if you can slow them down and really allow yourself to savor the side body stretch. And reverse the direction of movement. Nice. And let's meet standing. Take a moment to acclimatize. Anchor your tailbone down. And when you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Some space between the hands. You might tilt your head back a little. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands meet down to your beautiful heart. Now, open the palms, but keep the middle fingers touching. Bring them to heart level. You might want to take the feet a little bit wider here. So take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to press down and out what we wish to release. Come as low as you want to. Then bring the backs of the hands together as you draw up what you wish to gather in. Stretch up to the sky. Space between the hands. Open to infinite possibilities. And repeat. Hands to heart. Fingertips touch. Press down and release. Then draw it up. Use a good big inhale to welcome in what you wish to open to. And a good somatic exhale, sigh, to let go of what you wish to release. You might even bring your hands all the way down to the earth. Feel that reassuring contact. And then draw the energy up to the sky. Once or twice more. Beautiful. When you're ready to release that cycle, give yourself a few moments to shake. Maybe your wrists, your knees, your hips. Any last little releases that you need. Close your eyes, let yourself feel into it. Bring your feet a little closer together now. Out to hips width apart. Okay, now let's sweep the arms out in front of us. Cross the right arm over the left. Find your eagle arms as you wrap the forearms around. So your alternative is to rest hands on opposite shoulders. So whichever is most comfortable. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, dropping down into chair pose with eagle arms. Soften and steady the gaze. Lengthen the tailbone. Feel the anchoring earth energy through your legs, ankles and feet. On your next inhale, let's rise back up. You can lift the eagle arms up towards the sky if you like. And then exhale, bring your elbows back down towards your heart. We're going to step back with the left foot. Turning the back toes out slightly, bending into the front knee. And then inhaling as you reach up high. And exhaling as you bow as low as you are comfortable to. That's it. Moving the upper body with the breath. Steady and strong through the lower body. Nice. Now, next time you bow down, I want you to slowly release your arms and pivot through the feet into a wide leg forward fold. Maybe give your head a little nod, a little shake. And then start to sway and undulate. So bend each knee as you sway from side to side. Let your arms move freely. Easing into the hips. We're going to start to roll up and down. So steady into the feet. You might like to turn heels in, toes out a little, bend into the knees as much as you want to. And as you inhale, roll up through the spine. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, come back down. A couple more times. Rolling up and releasing down. Nice. Next time you roll up, steadily heel toe the feet back together. And bring your hands to your head. Let's honor the 3 primal energy centers of the body. So take a deep breath into your head. And then drop one hand down to your heart. And then bring the hand that's on your head down to your belly, your gut. Head, heart, and gut. Another couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, turn to face the top edge of your mat again. Maybe a little shake out. Feel into your feet. And then reach the arms in front of you. This time, left arm over right. You can wrap the forearms round or rest the hands on your shoulders. Deep breath in. And let the exhale carry you down into chair pose. And you can do chair pose with your feet are hips width apart or your feet zipped up close together, whichever feels best in your body. Breathe into that grounding earth energy through your lower body. Let's maintain the eagle arms or your variation as we lengthen the legs. Maybe send the arms a little higher up towards the sky and then exhale, elbows back down to the heart. We're going to step the right foot back now. Feel for the mat behind you. Back toes turned out, bend into that front knee. And when you're ready, inhale to rise. Exhale to bow. Take it steady and move with your breath. More times. Nice. Now, as you bow down, unwrap your arms. This time, let's pivot through the back foot. Frame the front foot with the hands. Slide back to the plank of your choice. High plank, or bring the knees down. Take a couple of breaths here. Your knees are lifted, slowly bring them down. Let's exhale back to child's pose. Or that ancestral worship variation, hands wide, elbows soft. Deep breath. Rising back onto your hands and knees when you're ready. I'm going to have one more little blast of slightly more dynamic movement, but you can take it at your own pace as ever. So on your hands and knees, we're going to inhale to lift and lengthen the right leg. And then exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw in. As slowly or as dynamically as you want to. You can continue to flow, or if you want to, lift and lengthen the right leg, and then lift and lengthen the left arm as well. Flex the right toes down towards the earth. Lift the navel up towards the back body. Deep breath in. Release when you are ready. Sit back on your heels for a moment. Little wrist release. Deep breaths. Shake off or rotation. Breathe the arms up to the sky. And let's bow forwards onto our hands and knees one last time. Inhale as you lift and lengthen the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. And maybe it feels therapeutic to blow the exhale out through little round shapes. Should you choose, you can lengthen and lift the left leg along with the right arm for a few breaths. Pressing the mat away from you, flexing the left toes down towards the earth. And exhale as you release. And just let your hips, shoulders, head and neck move intuitively. We're going to round off our movement practice with a mudra meditation. So sit comfortably on your mat or once again on a blanket or a bolster. Okay, so this is from the Kundalini tradition and it's called Jupiter Mudra. So it's to really honour the energies of both the past and the future, to say thank you for what's been learned and call in what is to come. So we're going to point the pointer finger, the first finger, fold all the other three fingers down, but with the thumb inside them. Okay, so fold the thumb in, fold the three fingers over the top of the thumbs, and keep the pointer finger extended. Now, right arm goes forward, left arm goes back. And we are simply going to breathe here, connecting with the energy of this mudra. Now, traditionally, this is held for 3 minutes. If it gets too much, of course, you are free to release. But if you can hang on in there for as long as possible, there is a beautiful natural high that awaits you when you do finally release. So this mudra is also your meditation. What in the past are you ready to say thank you for and release? With that left arm pointing back. What in the future are you ready to call in and welcome? Now, if all is still well, extend also your little fingers for the next minute or so. So pointer finger and little finger are extended on both arms. Keep coming back to slow breath in and out. Doing really well. The final section of this mudra, spread all the fingers as wide as you can, with the back palm facing up and the front palm facing down. Really spread your fingers wide. On 3 and 5, more breaths. Take a deep breath in, my friends. And with lots of love and gratitude, release to mudra. Notice how you feel. Allow that to settle. If you want to, you can take a deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Activate Muladhara Bandha. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. This is really just to hold and amplify the energies you've just stoked. And release when you feel ready. Take your time now to come down to your mat. And return to where we started. You might like to bend the knees, plant the soles of your feet, and slowly turn the head left and right. Just take your time. Before we come into Shavasana, let's focus on pranayama, the breath. Take a deep breath in, feel the belly rise. And as you exhale, you might like to sigh or hum it out, or even open your mouth wide and lion's breath it out. And if you feel like your body needs any final little releases, shakes, movements before you come to Shavasana, and flow through them now. Then make your mat space comfortable and warm for our final relaxation.
Turn the heat up. Yeah.
I haven't been here.
When you said you were putting it onto one, you turned it off.
Alright. Oh, it still says it's on high, so I don't know what's happening there.
Cool down.
Maybe it just...
I'll put it back on as it was when we laid down. It's fine for that.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's all right. I can do it. Okay. Not sure what's happening. Want it blowing or still?
It's all right, sway it. Yeah,
Okay.
while we lay down. So it's cool.
Okay, do you like some oil to have a palm to face up?
We're going to see it today. Just imagine it.
Enjoy the solar rays. So my loves, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel your entire body relax. Connect with your breath, observing each inhale and exhale. And connect with the beautiful pulse of your heartbeat. As you feel that rhythm and hear that rhythm, you become aware that you can hear the sound of your footsteps on a path. Walking through the fragrant stillness of a forest, you notice a bright clearing up ahead and continue walking with a sense of anticipation and curiosity. You emerge from the forest into a vast meadow of golden grasses and wildflowers. One of the most beautiful sights you have ever seen. You take a moment to walk along the edge of this breathtaking meadow, noticing the many varieties of grasses and flowers, and the creatures who call this place home. As you continue to walk, you notice far up ahead a large patch of blackened earth, smoke still gently rising into the sky. Feeling concerned, you walk quickly toward the far edge of this meadow and realize that the wildflowers and grasses have been lost to a fire. Sadness fills your heart as you contemplate this once thriving habitat. And you see movement out of the corner of your eye. At the boundary where the charred ground meets the still vibrant meadow, you see an old crone with a small torch, leaning into the grasses and setting them aflame. "Stop," you yell. Don't destroy the meadow. The crone stops and turns toward you. And you see that she is Keridwen, the goddess of death and rebirth. You notice everything about her appearance, her clothing, her hair, her eyes. I have been expecting you, she says. But I am not destroying the meadow, beloved. I am merely transforming it. You see, in the vast expanse of the universe, there is really no such thing as destruction. There is change. There is transmutation. It is true that there will be death, but this death will indeed be the catalyst for new life. The soil cannot be fertile for next year's growth without the ash and composted leaves and plants of this year's meadow. The seeds of the beautiful golden grasses will not crack open to allow new sprouts unless they are burned by the heat of a fire. This death is merely the next phase in the cycle of the life of this meadow. Nothing can endure forever, and endings are beautiful in their own way. Yes, we grieve, and we feel sadness when we experience an ending. But we must also reflect on the beauty of each moment of aliveness that we were able to experience. We treasure the gifts of that life. And with gratitude, we are able to accept when the cycle is complete and when the time for death has come. We then watch as what once was transforms into what will be. Your path to wisdom means learning when to let go, to accept endings, and to transform that energy into the rebirth of something new. With a last glance of deep appreciation, you offer a bow of thanks to Keridwen for her wisdom. She acknowledges and returns your bow, and returns to her work as you make your way back up the path. Gently now. Your awareness slowly returning to this space and time. To the rhythm of your breath. To the pulse of your heartbeat. To the cycles within you. The entire universe. When you are ready, invite a little movement back into your body. Give yourself a hug. And you might roll onto one side for a few moments. Making your way back to your comfortable seat when you're ready. And as you bring your hands together, take a moment to notice how you feel now at the end of our shared practice. Rubbing your hands back and forth, giving thanks for the life force that is within us. Take your hands up to your eyes so you may see with clarity. To your heart for loving intentions. And to anywhere else you feel guided to connect with love and healing today. Take a deep breath in. And release when you are ready. And may we carry this practice with us off the mat and into our life. The light in me bows to and honors the light within you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.